Sunday, September 4th, 2011 update video, or sort of picture video this time around. Um, as you can see, my goal is to uh, really tighten things up, to really regiment things again, because this sort of flexible, free lifestyle that I've been living is certainly not working. And that, in combination with a ridiculous 2 shifts per day work schedule, Monday through Friday, has resulted in me blowing back up to like 316 pounds. So, I need to dive back in head first with a strict regimen, and this chart in front of you uh, is what I plan on sticking with for essentially into eternity, but for the next 13 weeks. Week number 1, protein sparing modified fast. Mostly protein, no carbohydrates, a negligible amount of fat, and the only reason why I'm getting that is because the protein is coming by way of chicken breast. Only 1,000 calories per day. Not sustainable, not particularly healthy. I'm not going to feel good, but the only reason why I'm doing this is to just get a head start, to get the bloat off, to get back down to my fighting weight of the low 300s, and to just feel normal again, to not feel bloated, to not feel fat. That's the reason why I'm not videotaping myself right now, because I'm feeling self-confident. I feel like my face looks fatter than before, and I don't feel comfortable presenting that in video. So you get to stare at this stupid fucking chart. I'm sorry. Weeks 1 through 3, everything is dialed up exponentially. Way more calories, still a moderate to low carbohydrate level, way more fat, and a moderate level of protein. Getting all that fat because it's satiating and because it just eases that carb flu, it eases the period of ketosis, and I enjoy animal fats. Carbohydrate levels still low, but at 87 grams per day. At that level, I can continue to metabolize stored body fat as fuel, and but I can also begin incorporating some vegetables and some fruit back to my diet. Going into week number 4 and beyond, this is when it becomes less of a diet and more of a maintenance program. So I've spent the first month in boot camp just getting back on track, getting rid of the bloat weight. Week 4, dialing back the calories a bit, dialing back the fat a bit, and dialing up the carbohydrates a bit. You'll see that the protein remains, or at least the protein percentage remains consistent throughout. But I'll be sacrificing some fat for carbohydrate just to find a more manageable, level. So at this point, again, more fruit, more vegetables, but timed. I'm going to give my body that sugar during times of the day when it can use it. So pre and post workout, while I'm at work, times like that. Beginning week 10 and beyond, again, continuing to dial back the fat, still 50% of my total calories per day, so at a high level. Continuing to increase the carbohydrates, and the protein percentage remains the same. I've dialed the calories back by another 500 per day. Now what you see at week 10 through week 12 and beyond is essentially what I consider to be my maintenance diet. So I'm not going to feel too restricted at this point. I'm going to have a good variety of food on my plate. I'm going to be getting plenty of calories, plenty of nutrient-dense foods to satisfy me. Going to have plenty of energy, going to be able to make progress in the weight room, going to be able to make progress in whatever other physical endeavors I plan on participating in. And at this point, essentially week 10 goes on, for as long as it takes. So continuing to recompose my body composition and just living life. Beginning week 1 and into infinity, I plan on allowing myself 1 day per week when I carb refeed. So, and especially those first 3 weeks, 1 day per week is essentially a carb up day, and that will continue on in weeks 4 through 9. It's not going to be so necessary in weeks 10 through 12. So, beginning, week 7, week 8, it's not going to be a carb up day. It may be more of a carb up meal or just a cheat meal at that point. I plan on making a concerted effort to not weigh myself as obsessively throughout this journey because it does me no good whatsoever. So you will be getting regular updates on a weekly basis. They may or they may not include how much weight I've lost at that point because I may or may not know myself. I've actually already removed my bathroom scale from the bathroom so it's not so easily accessible. Put it in my closet. If I want to weigh myself, I'm going to have to make the effort to go into my bedroom, open the closet, take it out, bring it to the hard floor in the bathroom, set it down, start it, and weigh myself, and then put it back every single day. So it's just more of a barrier. It's not going to be so easy to weigh myself as it is or as it was this morning. So yeah, hopefully, in a week you'll see my face because I'll feel like, oh well, beginning tomorrow I've gotten rid of all this bloat, so I'll be back to where I was on July 3rd on that video where I lost 17 pounds in 5 days. Back to what I consider my fighting weight, to what I consider my not so hideous bloated version of myself, and we'll see how it goes. Again, I guarantee progress providing I find the discipline to stick with this. And if not, then we'll enjoy that time having fallen off the horse and try to sit down and plan on getting back on it as soon as possible. But this is the goal, this is the plan, and hoping to stick with it this time. Anyways, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and until next time.